What do you
But
mean?
your question was answered though. You should have just come on from that time. But the question they
No, no,
asked
no. I'm just teasing. I was in the gym. I have my New Year's resolution and management. I stick to them. And it make it and people, those of you who have these New Year resolution about gym, if you're a YouTube follower, if you love the YouTube channels, it's amazing how we're doing like elliptical and you're watching the program, you don't feel the pain and it goes by quickly. So I did half an hour doing your interview with Blake on the elliptical machine and it went really well. So
yeah.
a good thing.
All right. So we're going to take some. We have a couple of callers. The first one is.
And by the way, Drew Fortis, I've been up since 6 something this morning, 7 o'clock. I'm a morning person. I'm a ex-military man. That's what we do.
All right.
We do more before 10 a.m. than most people do all day. Go ahead, Mannings, man.
We have Gunners Boss. Happy New Year, sir. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good to have you on the first day of the new year. And before you come on, Kranky, listen, you are awesome, man. I came home from church last night, saw you on, came on so that I was going to came into the into the back room and fell asleep, my friend.
I saw you clicking. I click.
You are good and you're up. I'm telling you, you are great.
Yeah.
Lot of respect. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, man. But Gunners Boss, what say you?
Think up on yourself in a 2024, you know.
Definitely.
Bless up, Gunners Boss. Bless up, Gunners Boss.
Yeah, let me start with you now because I did not know you was a military man. But me going to ask you a question. Which country you serve? Jamaica or America?
Should I? But you know, Gunners Boss, since this country adopted me, I gave them some service. They gave me some money to go to college. So we served each other well. In Jamaica, them not paying you much, Gunners man. So we couldn't do that.
Thank you for your services. Them think I joke out. I think I respect you as a military man. Thank you for your services, sir.
Bless up.
You're a great American and Jamaican. You're American soldiers are world soldiers. You're a great world hero. I make no people so some people take it for joke and a joke thing. Respect that 100%. No matter where you serve and you serve the people because American soldier serve Jamaican people. I remember Gilbert and other disasters that we have and them flying and stealing. You understand me? So
bless up, Gunners Boss.
Respect veterans. So you know, say every veteran's day from now on, I will be shouting you out.
All right, bless. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No, my name's man. Why the people them want to send a goalie guy England every day? He wants to go to England like that.
Yes, he said he'd love to play in Europe.
I don't even know why. Why men stay America and build the MLS and make your name here because you go England. So what is the purpose going to England
because when you want to play at the highest where whatever field you're in life, Gunners Boss, you want to play at the highest level. You want to play at the highest level.
Will he get paid more playing in England?
Of course.
Okay, well, I
don't think he would move if the pay is less.
Well, you're supposed to be one of the top players in the MLS, and we don't think he will get top grade pay if he go over. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking to what he's getting in the MLS.
Yeah, but
I'm more about that.
All right, what I'm saying though, Gunners Boss, if the richest league in the world is the EPL and he's playing in the EPL, it stands to reason that his salary in the EPL, even if, like he said, he doesn't go there and he starts, will be better. Not only that, his development will even be better. And what else is there to achieve in MLS from his perspective?
Gunners Boss. Here's a question for you, Gunners Boss. You prefer to play in the European Basketball League or the NBA?
NBA.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Because it's the biggest league. It's more money. It's more popularity.
So same thing with the EPL compared to MLS.
But I wouldn't want to go play in the NBA if I'm a starter. If I'm starting in European League and I'm getting fed well, why would I want to go to the NBA to be on the bench?
Because
without job security.
On the bench in the MLS and in the NBA and a contract is way better than being a star in the small pond in Europe.
Yeah, look, Gunners Boss, you have to back yourself, Gunners Boss, right? You have to back yourself. Right, Gunners Boss, you have to back yourself. And I agree with you in the concept of you don't want to go sit on the bench because goalkeeper is not like any other position, right? I see with Ramsdale now and Raya. You do want to make sure you're a starter. Having said that, if you can go there and you can show your ability, and I think Blake is a phenomenal shot stopper. His ball playing skills is, I would say, average, right? It's serviceable. It's better than people like Turner, for example. So if Turner's at Nottingham Forest, I don't see why Blake couldn't play in the EPL and play for some of the better teams.
Yeah.
Frankly, not just the bottom teams. But I do think it's a risk that he would take. But he's also now, what, 30?
Which is
30,
right?
I was looking at
well, that is the time when a lot of goalkeepers, they say between, unlike outfield players, goalkeepers are between like 29 to 35. Like you get, because
a goalkeeper can play up to 40.
Yeah, and I believe there are teams in the Premier League that he can start in.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's up to, but well, I mean, if he wants to go, I say, but me then a fledgling league, and it's going and it's getting public, the number one player in the world, per se. Messi plays in the MLS.
Former world number one, man.
Former world number one. Why number one now?
I mean, when Messi's like retired basically. Yeah, like Messi came to MLS to retire, really. I don't think at his peak. So players like Blake should be coming to retire in MLS.
People want to support the goalkeeper, Philadelphia Union, him play for my city, my state, my town, so they don't know. Support the big goalkeeper, go down and kick out lounge and go lounge out and go order some food and drink, some of the top line Brugal what them have over there and them thing, and enjoy yourself. You know, support the venture, cause I do say that we are saying at 2024. Like how I see 100 down over here and all the 60 odd people like the video. I mean not even like that. That's why I now come for a screen, come give another great content. You know, you don't have to get my content. Over I am sure sports group fan page on the Facebook page. Over there you go get my content, but we have a right here discussion. Stan, how me not see you in the group yet?
Which group?
I am sure sports fan page, but we talk about all of the sports them where you would know, love and enjoy.
Because you guys don't know much about sports in that group, that's why I don't come in the group.
No man, join the group. I mean, then that's how we are. And you see that criticism where you should never, as a teacher, you should even learn that criticism there. That's why we need you over there so you can help me.
You know what? You know your Blake's about mindset. Your Blake's about mindset. You can't teach mindset. You know what Blake said? Can't teach mindset. Can't teach mindset. People,
when you talk on the sports them over a group, because you're the man that tell us you're the mindset or the JFF, so true that we don't discuss other things. We don't discuss the NBA and the NFL and the NHL and them things. All the management of them, they're you know. Somebody now call the phone and the man I try definitely. Remember, some year in the two good. I run them.
Sorry. Big up, boss. We have a next call.
My house hot in the man. I don't know what happened.
Gunners boss.
Here.
Yeah. Gunners boss. Real Alballer. You needed to listen to this. Tell Gunners boss me go drop $80. Stop chat and run a food. Not 100 cause me want him match it.
Wait, $80 what? US or Jamaican?
No, US. So Real Alballer says he's going to drop $80 Gunners boss. And he says if you stop your chatting and match it because every day you come, a club played. All right. Big up Triple E. All right, big up Triple E. I saw Sir Richards was calling. And people, I promise you, knowing Andre is a man of his word, he says he's going to come back. He's going to come back and do a part 2. So we'll definitely let you know when that is. Yeah, man. Sir Richie.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year to you, man.
Happy New Year. What's going on?
I'm here enjoying your show, you know, getting a little goalkeeper knowledge from my little son. To grasp at it.
Yeah, because your son is a
Yeah,
goalkeeper, right?
yes, he
And
is.
he's at KC,
Yes, he is.
but he played out this season in schoolboy football. He played outfield.
Not this season, last season. He played outfield, he played right back last season.
Okay. He's tall as well. Like, because I know Whisper is tall for his age and stuff. Is this son also tall?
Yeah, I mean, this summer I see him start springing up, you know, and start getting wider. So you can grow, you can do the two growing up at the same time. So one of the month I see him stretch up, and then another month I see him get width. So you know he's gonna be a big person in the goal. Yes.
Okay. Awesome. And he's part of Safan's Academy.
Yes, he goes to CFL and he's doing well. You have to just make sure say you know him take it serious. You know, Andre had explained a lot of things earlier that you know he just didn't get his chance, and because of the work permit issue and those things, and these are some things that people have to understand. Because I always say Andre Blake should be in Europe, and you know he's outstanding enough to be in one of those European countries, and he will do well because I've seen a lot of keeper that like, what is he doing here? But he's just in the right spot at the right time, and somebody decided to take the gamble with him, as what Andre was explaining, and that's how it goes. Some people just have the right passport, are in the right country, and they get the right opportunity when they're even better out there, you know. And I'm glad that Andre came on and explained these things. That these things you will even Real Madrid maybe come to Andre Blake, and as much as how he would love to go to Real Madrid, he couldn't play for Real Madrid because of not getting a work permit.
That is important, Cranky, because like let's think about even what Andre just said about MLS, right? So MLS as a league, like the players are actually owned by the MLS. It's MLS who does the transfer unless you become a free, like your contract expires and then I guess you can sign. So if they wanted, if they have if a team in the Premier League wants a goalkeeper, wouldn't it be to their advantage to promote an American goalkeeper more than a goalkeeper of any other nationality? And that is why I was saying, at that point, was it Timo and Casey Keller were the two American goalkeepers?
Casey Keller.
Right, you have
Yes.
Ochoa, who was in Portugal, I believe, and in Spain at one point. You have Navas, who was also overseas. Jamaica was right up there, but yet Andre Blake, being goalkeeper of the year, didn't move to the EPL. But Matt Turner, who was way down the pecking order, got the move to Arsenal.
But Matt Turner had the Arsenal affiliation with the Kranky's owning. Where he was, wasn't there an affiliation? Wasn't there affiliation? No, he was at New England, right?
No, he was at New England. He had nothing to do with
New England. Yeah, you're right. He was at New England. He wasn't at Colorado. I don't know many man. Look. I do think. Where is Andre's agent though? Where's his agent in this whole discussion?
But then again, like if you have this is where now I'm wondering is it better to have a European agent or and then have an intermediary, or can you have two agents, one that covers your space in Europe or one that covers, because
no agent want that, right? Agent want all the money that comes with
but
you.
Frank, if you have a European agent, is he going to work in CONCACAF? Does he understand the CONCACAF dynamics to work here? And if you have a CONCACAF agent, does that agent understand the European dynamics? Or do you need intermediaries? Like, all right, I am his agent, but I want you to operate on our behalf in Europe.
Yeah, you may have a contract, a permanent contract with an agent, and I'm sure they can engage with other agents overseas if that's what you want, a subcontract between the two agents. But I'm not sure any agent would want to have their client have two agents. I'm not sure any agent would want that, frankly. Right? I think for Andre, though, his agent should be able to have affiliation and contacts with organization outside the immediate domain. Because a lot of players want to go to Europe. Europe is the hotbed for the talent.
But Kranky, we listen to Andre. He got the call. The call came. The agent got the call. But the paperwork weren't up to the work permit standard. That's why he did say that, Kranky.
One of the things he said is that the Crystal Palace option, they had to pay money. Like, if you're not in the top 50, like, they had to pay way more for the transfer.
All right.
So man. People take indirect routes to get to the Premier League. You go to Belgium for a year, for example, right? You work something, go to Belgium for a year, 2 years. Obviously, going to be less transfer fee for the MLS, but you have to work out what's best for you to get to your ultimate destination. So you may have to go to a path which is not direct, but it's indirect to get to where you want to get to. You just got to be creative. You just have to be creative.
Yeah, that's football. You have to be creative, and that's what some people does well. Know the path that you can take through, which is going to be a smoother path getting into Europe, because you know what I mean. We are talking about Andre here, and Andre is just Kranky. You're talking where is his agent, and I think his agent. Nobody wanted, back to what you were saying. Nobody wanted to talk. To give jurisdiction to another agent in a certain area. No agent is not going to do that. I'll tell you that straight up out the bat now. Because it's going to be a cat and mouse situation in that regards. Now, in Andre's case now, he had the wrong passport because where we were wrong.
Yeah.
And in our rankings, going forward, it will be easier for America. At that time, America was that they were going to a quarterfinals. They made it to the World Cup or whatever.
Yeah.
With an American passport, it is easier for the Americans. It is way easier.
Yeah, but they also rank at a level where it's easier to transfer to, right? They have the rankings to back up to allow that to happen.
Right. Yeah. So it would be easier for America, which at this present moment, Andre has both passports, so I think his route to Europe will be much easier.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I don't think, though he has because he keeps for Jamaica, like when they're looking at where the country is ranked, they don't look at they look at the country they look at the country you represent.
Right. You represent. Yeah. Right.
Because at the end of the day, that's what they're going to measure, which is what they're going to measure you on. They're not going to say, well, but he has American citizenship as well. So let's rank it because he doesn't keep for America. I don't know, man. But yeah.
I can tell you a case, of Martinelli. Martinelli couldn't get a work permit for England but he still represents Brazil.
Martinelli?
But yes, sir.
At Arsenal? He couldn't get a work permit for what? For England?
For a while.
Oh, when he was
to play in England. Because he was there for a while before he played.
For Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay. How Martinelli get to play for England? Is through some
for England or for Brazil?
For in England.
Oh, in
not
England.
Using a work permit. Right. Martinelli doesn't use a work permit to play. He's not one of those players that use work permit. He's using his grandparents from Italy. Paperwork to get him to play as an EU player. So that's how they get him to play. Other than that, they would have to wait on a work.
No, I wasn't aware of that actually. Right, I know he did a lot of tryouts in England from Man U and all those teams.
But I knew that he had Italian connection because at the time that they wanted him to play for Italy instead of Brazil.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
But they use the Italian background to get him to play with an EU pass, but he still plays for Brazil.
Okay. Yeah, I think though, Kranky, the option that
let me tell you this.
Why?
Sorry. I mean, go ahead.
No, the option you have is like for Andre Blake. I don't think the route for him would be like I think younger players can like a Leon Bailey or can take the route. Okay, let's go to Belgium for a year, then move to the Premier League. I think that is.
I'm talking about then, Mannings, man. I'm talking about then, not now.
Yeah.
When you reach 30, people are reluctant to invest in you at 30, right?
Yeah. So
no matter if you're a goalkeeper or not, they can play the 40. Them still reluctant to invest in you.
Yeah. Go ahead now.
Yeah, as I was saying, no, with even these cases of intermediary that you were talking about, as of today, you no longer use intermediary, and I mean that is not the way they want everybody to go ahead and do the exam now. So there's no more middleman in this as of today, 1st of January 2024.
Oh, so if I have
No. That's not exactly so. People are using their wives to take exam for them. People are finding creative ways to have it within your agency. So if I can't pass the exam, I put my wife on the books. She's the agent, but I'm doing the background, doing the work. So they're still finding creative ways to get around FIFA's requirement. In fact, there was that discussion on Talk Sports the other day about this. Some agents can't pass the exam. So if their wife is brilliant, They bring them in, she take the exam, they put them part of the same agency, and they work around the rule. But you're right about people needing to take the exam now, because FIFA is clamping down on agents.
So like if you're in Jamaica and you don't pass the exam, you cannot be an agent and so you cannot employ an intermediary anymore.
I don't have all the facts on that. I don't know how that works actually.
Yeah.
They're trying to cut out the middleman, so the intermediary is no more in existence. Intermediary man could have just literally buy it. No, I
don't think the objective is cut out intermediary. I think the objective is to have qualified people representing these players who are subject to accreditation to be agents for these players. Because a lot of times what happens is, especially for African players, they bring them over and those kids get lost in the shuffle. Tons of these kids, right? So they're trying to crack down on what I'm going to call illegal agent activity. Part of it will be obviously to make sure the agent is licensed by FIFA and represent the players appropriately and subject to FIFA guidelines.
And also, Kranky, while they're shutting it down, the intermediary will take, say, agent fees 5%. The intermediary will take 25% now, which is not what FIFA wants. So the intermediary is even getting more than the actual agent, because the agent fee is 5%. Intermediaries are
look, the agents it's the Wild West. It was the Wild West, and it needs to be better managed, and that's what they're trying to do. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I see Jason saying the rule has been relaxed for now. Mbappe's mother wasn't representing him, but because they have relaxed the rules, she is now the one negotiating for him again.
Right.
They're in court. I think they're in court. The agents are in court with. They want to cut back on the fees they get, the percentage of fees. There's a lot of stuff happening, Mannings, man.
Yeah.
Which you probably should get all the information and come do a show in that at some point.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I see Professor telling us that Kimani Arborn, the Arnett Garden speedy winger, is in Tanzania on some trial. And I think they say a contract because his contract at Arnett Garden expired, so he has moved to Tanzania. Bird says FIFA just put a hold on the new agency rules worldwide because those rules are being challenged in Germany.
They are being challenged in court. Yeah.
Oh, so it is not in effect.
Man, it's in effect, but they are challenging.
No, it can't be in effect then.
Well, it was in effect, but it's man, put on hold. That means it's paused. It's paused.
Isn't it
paused? Let's put it that way.
In effect?
Huh?
Isn't it today that it's supposed to be in effect? So if it
was, they implement the rule. The agents went to court.
Yes.
And you know how those courts work, right? They are going to court. They're going to probably have some arbitration and come up with some amendment to it. So we'll see what happens.
Right. Even in the English courts, they are challenging it in the English courts as well. So it's not only the Germans who are challenging it.
So it may never get passed then, basically.
I would think some element of it will get passed, Mannings, man.
Okay.
If it goes in the management, if something goes to court tonight, you have to work through the court system and then come to an outcome. But like most situations, each side going to try like when you and I debate and you're going to lose. But It's like you have a debate and you go to court. You have two sides to the story. We'll see how it comes out. We'll see how it comes out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it comes out.
Yeah. Interesting time. But you know, yeah, it like I said, that this is why I think the federation, without, because I don't want to make this about him, because it was such a good interview. And what I'm going to do for you all people, I'm going to separate this discussion from the interview. Right? I'm going to separate it. So that when we have the part 2 of the interview, but we're going to continue with the discussion. And this is why I'll say this. It is important that our national team uses the best players to keep us in the highest ranking possible, so that we don't continually encounter these challenges with the transfer of players.
For the players.
Yes, because I think sometimes we don't realize that when we fall down the ranking, it has a ripple effect.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. All right, I just got
and
this.
When we do,
go ahead.
When we don't make the youth tournament as well, it also affects us quite a bit going forward.
Yeah. All right. FIFA suspends new agent rules worldwide until case in Europe settled. Right. It says FIFA has temporarily suspended its new agent regulations, FFAR, worldwide until the European Court of Justice gives its decision following injunctions against implementing some of the new rules. World Soccer's governing body said on Saturday. Agents have been at loggerheads with FIFA after they lost an appeal in July to block new regulations that would cap the transfer commissions and introduce exams that agents must pass to secure a license. However, courts in Germany and Spain issued temporary injunctions against implementing some of the regulations in domestic transfers earlier this year. FIFA has initiated appeal proceedings against the injunction in Germany, and a decision is expected early in 2024. To comply with the injunction, FIFA said it would suspend the implementation of FFAR for any transfer which has a link to the European Union. But it has made the suspension global to ensure a level playing field and avoid problems with international transfer to and from the continent. So that's basically what is happening for those who were unaware. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting times ahead. Yeah. Yeah, man. But big up yourself, so Richie, all the best for 2024. I see Brian trying to call, so I'm going to take one more before we close out this, because we may be coming back on later. Yeah, man.
All right.
That's all right.
Yeah,
no
man.
problem.
All right, then. Blessings. Yeah, man. And thanks for the input as usual. All the best for 2024.
Yes, same to you.
Yeah, man. All right. So let's see if we can get Brian, because he was calling. Shipping port, big up yourself, Yeah, man. Welcome to the show. Brian, good afternoon. Happy New Year to you and your family, sir. All the best for 2024 from I Am Sure Sports and my co-host today, Mr. Stan Kranky.
Yeah, man. I no longer use the name. Man.
Sorry.
I no longer use the name Stan. Hold up, Brian. I no longer use the name Stan. It's just Kranky. No more Stan.
Cranky.
We have retired Stan. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Oh, so you're no. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, morning. I was calling to give the information that you were giving just now about the suspension of the new rules until they would have talked about the court matter.
Okay.
But I think yeah. So on the regulation, I saw a document. Based on my previous position, I saw a document from, as I'm a TMS manager.
You're a TMS manager?
Yeah, I'm administrator. So when I was at Marine, I was the person that was in charge of the TMS platform. So they would send out the updates on those stuff. I think one of the things they are trying to achieve is they want to regulate the fees that are charged for transfers and stuff by agents.
Brian, are you on a speaker? You sound like you know jump
I'm
on.
sounding.
You're on a speaker, Brian?
Yes, I am, but I'm closer to the phone now.
That's a little bit better, but it's still echoing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying one of the things they wanted to achieve was to regulate the fees that agents can charge as part of their percentage for transfers and stuff.
Okay.
And the agents don't seem to be taking too kind to that. Also, they wanted to remove the intermediaries. So, like when the new regulations come out, if you are transferring a player, there's a section on the TMS platform that requires you to input the agent information. And so now, if the regulations are passed as is, if you enter an agent that is not a registered FIFA agent, then they won't allow that. They won't allow the transfer to go through. So before, persons usually use like intermediaries and stuff, or they would say they are intermediaries and they're representing the player's interest. But now, FIFA is not so keen on that.
Okay.
Also, as it relates to Andre Blake situation, we were saying that maybe the agent in Europe. So one of the things you find is most of the top professional players that have agents, their agents are a part of an agency. And so they will have agents that cover most of the continent. So it isn't per se that you need an agent in Europe to search for opportunities for you, because generally they are always a part of an agency group. So it's not so difficult for them to make connections and, put things in place to get players to move. Because they have agents who specialize in different areas, but usually they are part of like an agency group. So they would have agents that are, have expertise in different regions that can always assist.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily need an agent. I don't necessarily need an agent for a region, but if you're an agent part of like a massive group and stuff, then most times, you should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's all.
Yeah, man. All right then. Thanks, Brian. The audio not as clear, but I think people are able to hear most of what you're saying. Yeah, man. All the best again for the new year. Yeah, man. Yeah. But I see new taxation rate for Italy will also affect foreign players in Syria. So is it that which
in terms of what? In terms of what?
I think
in terms of what?
Maybe the taxation rates are going to go up, meaning that players, international players, will be taxed higher at a higher rate, which would mean that it's a deterrent to people going to Italy to play.
I was them had lower the tax rate because nobody now rush to go to Italy nowadays. Everybody trying to go to the EPL, which is no longer part of Europe. If I was Italy, I would not be increasing the tax rate for players. If that's the case, I don't know. I've heard that.
I would go for even Lautaro Martinez. That's his name, from Argentina.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We have a call online. Shipping Port. How you doing, man? This is the schoolboy football historian. Well,
yes, everyone down, Manins. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Manins. And Kranky, Happy New Year.
Bless up.
Manins, me sleep out. I forgot. Yeah, bless her. I forgot watch about that thing. I come sleep out. Andre Blake part. So I forgot watch it, forget it. But I wake up and hear brethren. The Gunners, man. The Gunners, brother. I'm not gonna be it with no Manins because I know sport too much for say more Andre Blake stay in America. Andre Blake is good enough to play in any of the top European countries. Manins, this youth has proven himself from the schoolboy level. When Andre Blake was playing, I think it was his last year. I think it was 2009 when he played his last year at school. I think he won the Ben Francis Cup that year. At Glenmere, they won the Ben Francis Cup. Yeah, they beat Manu in the final. And that year, I was a big advocate of Andre Blake taking the glove from Talpi. I will let people cuss my feet and say, but I think Talpi at that time was a bit over the hill, and Andre Blake should have been the successor back then at that time. And Mannings, for here, my brethren, well-learned brethren who know football and know sports them one. But I understand, I kind of understand what I'm kind of so I'm listening thing. Because I don't think he wants Andre Blake to go in Europe and sit on the bench. But then again, it comes down to stability, or you can manage your family, and it comes down to the money. If the pay bill will be bigger playing in Europe. And I would I at any time, any point, want to see Andre Blake in Europe. Because I know Andre Blake can break in some of them teams, you know. When you look on some of the goalkeepers, even your team, you know, your team goalkeeping thing kind of limited, you know, them performance, you know, man.
No, I'm a coach.
I think Andre Blake could do
I'm a
better.
coach limited, Papi.
Are you coach?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Coach spend my money go buy. The coach spend my money go buy Raya when he could have used the money to buy a centre forward. Me could have worked with Ramsdale.
You can work with Ramsdale.
I could have worked with Ramsdale. I could have worked with Ramsdale and used the Raya money to buy a centre forward. But go ahead still.
Mannings, even with your team, because we switch for Andre Blake just a bit. I think you need that goalkeeper, that striker that can hit 30 goals a season. I think you need that striker.
I agree. But I'm very close. I'm very close to getting into problems with FFP, you know. So I have to go sell for buy. That is the problem you have now.
Oh.
That is the problem. Because if Ivan Toney is 60 million, me have to go give somebody, me have to go give like Brentford a $40 million player.
Forget him.
And decide not to sign back Rhea after the loan and use that 20 to put on it, and that's the 60 million. So I'm not really spend no money.
But Mannings, but on your managerial cap now, which player you think you would ship out to get Ivan Toney?
Eddie Nketiah, man.
Mannings, that's a good player, man. You know, we don't want to get out that player there still.
Hold on, let me ask you. You support Arsenal? First thing me have to
No, I'm a Liverpool man, so let me leave Arsenal business alone.
Thank you, man. I go tell me say Eddie Nketiah a good player. You want him at Liverpool? Tell Liverpool to buy me if he's that good.
Yeah, man, but I love him at Liverpool, man. But I love him at Liverpool. Trust me.
Man,
surprise you at times.
Man, I'll say this. We cannot afford.
Let Kranky. Kranky's a god at studios, so let Kranky respond.
We cannot afford Toney because of FFP, and Brentford cannot afford to sell Toney because they're fourth from bottom in the league. And it's more important to stay in the Premier League than to get an £80 million as Toney. So, I don't know how it's going to work.
So even if we give them Eddie Nketiah, we still can't get him?
Mannings, man. So you are fourth from bottom in the Premier League and you give me Nketiah and you have Toney, who gave you 20 goals last season, maybe 15 open play or 5 from penalties, whatever the number is, who's a hold-up player, who draws players to him like bees, and you want to take Nketiah who can only run behind the defense, really? All right. If you're Brentford, you want to go commit suicide, go ahead. You want to commit suicide, go ahead. But I would suggest you keep Toney until the summer. Yeah.
But Kranky, but with the situation where Arsenal is in now, Arsenal need that striker.
We do, but January is the worst time to buy.
Who do you bring in?
January, there's nobody to really bring in. We can't get Lautaro Martinez. We can't get Osimhen.
So you would hold out. So you would hold out until summer.
It's not hold out. You can't get anybody that you would make a difference. There's a differentiator. You can't get them. It's not about holding out. First of all, FFP is a problem for us. That's why we couldn't buy Rhea. That's why we gave a £3 million loan, but they pay 27 at the end of the year because we can't afford him. We've exhausted our money. Now, can we sell players to get the funding? Huh?
Exactly. Just as you're alluding to now. Sell that player.
Yeah, so if we sell Nketiah, so then we only have Jesus, and then we can't go buy anybody else because the money just sits there. So we sell both of them. So we get 70 million for both, or 65 mil. Who are we going to buy? Who is selling?
Ivan Toney.
Leverkusen is not selling the African kid because they're first in the Bundesliga. Osimhen is not leaving now because Inter is fighting for what they're doing in Italy. Ivan Toney cannot leave Brentford. They're fourth from the bottom. They're falling like, they're for 5 in a row. They're falling like a tree. If I was Brentford, there's no way I'm selling until the summer. He's going to have the last year of his contract. But people still pay money for people with last year their contract. I'm not selling Toney. So we have to bite our tongue until the summer. That's why I see it. And if you buy somebody, you're going to make a mistake. That's what I'm saying. If it's not Toney or Osimhen or the kid, what's the African kid from Leverkusen? I can't remember his name. Is it Boniface or whatever his name is?
Boniface.
Then Yeah, I don't think you should go and buy or Martinez, even though Martinez wasn't great in the World Cup. I would say you just hold tight. Hope you make top 4. It's no longer about the league now, you know. Our form suggests we're gonna struggle to make top 4. And then this summer you make some decisions. You're gonna have more money.
Well, Cranky, Crank. Just a second.
Yeah.
If we should go to Germany, I think it's what's the team that guy that
shipping port? I'm gonna come back. Let me just say this. So I want to big up Real Albala. Real Albala says, Gunners boss, I'm going to do a super chat, a super sticker for 100 US. You always come and talk about super this and super that. Match that or stop chat. So see it, him and put up him thing Gunners boss. Him say match that or stop chat. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, Mannings. You know, watching the German league. I don't the team, this Belgian is from Czech. Is a Czech player, Patrick Schick. That guy. I think if I bring him in a big team like Arsenal and getting the support, I think you can get that 30 goals from Patrick Schick.
A Borussia Dortmund player? Is Dortmund?
Yeah, that is that no another Dortmund him there. I think a Leverkusen.
Oh, what about Jason Guna says, what about Girassi?
Girassi plays Bundesliga, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Why play for Stuttgart?
Yeah.
He's a good player, but he's still not Premier League proven. And you want immediate Premier League proven player? Wait. It doesn't make sense you buy now and the person is not Premier League proven because you're trying to win the league. Wait till the summer. Be smart about what you're doing. Don't focus on short term. Focus on more intermediate and long term. If it's not Tony, I wouldn't buy anybody. I would just
position with Arsenal, and I would want to take my chance now.
To do what? To what? Overspend and then you can supplement your team in the summer? Most people don't buy in January. Most people don't sell in January. Most people don't buy in January. There's a reason. You're in the middle of your season. You know what your goals are. Your team is set.
Thank you. Right.
You bring somebody in.
If you should check around the world, like the German, those teams would sell in the half window, in the January window.
Yeah, but here's what happened. Look at Nkungu, for example. When did they buy in? January. When did he come? Summer. Most people don't want to leave their players. That player seemed like a January buy. You know? He was injured all along. Understand anything, but he was injured all along. Good players, a good player. He will make a good addition to this Chelsea team now. You know? No, he's gonna be a good addition. We agree.
But Cranky, Jason Guna is saying, are you suggesting that we should just stay put and do nothing? What is your suggestion?
Mannings man, you can't buy people without money in the Mannings man. Why we can't get that through our head? Why are fans like this?
So what is your suggestion? Do nothing? That's not what I'm trying to say.
No. My suggestion is assess the injury roster between Partey. I heard Timber is on his way back. I don't know how good that is because he.
Well, Timber is on his way and Partey and Tomiyasu is gone to Asia.
Well, yeah. But a lot of people are losing people apart from Man City. I think you go look out there and see, is there anyone? People talk about Dominic Solanke, who just started proving it this year. I think you have to stay put. I don't think you probably need to get a winger. Wait, I probably get a winger than a center forward right now. I probably to go get Neto for 40 mil. That's his transfer value anyway. If Rose want to sell him, because we need wing play. We need somebody to roast fullback so we can get the ball to our forwards and our midfielders to score.
I don't agree with you. I
know you wouldn't because you're short term. You're thinking.
No, I'm thinking long term. I think we can.
Who would you get? Who would you get?
Ivan Toney.
No, you cannot get Toney.
Why? I'm going to give them Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah.
And you think they think that's enough because you know that Mboima is not available, right? For a while.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah. So they have a lot of injuries on the wing. I'm giving them a center forward and a winger for one forward. Who we don't know what kind of form he's going to come in back on either.
And you still want to buy him because you know what form he's coming back.
Well, what I know is that his form is better than any replacement we have for Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah. No, look, I can understand the logic. If I'm Brentford, I'm not selling. If I'm Brent, I don't think we have the money unless we sell players. We could sell Nketiah and probably get 30 mil. I don't think we get 40 mil. We can sell Nelson for 20 mil. That's 50 mil. Two of them salaries 200,000, so it matches what Tony will get. But that's still only 50 million. We still need 30 million pounds.
And they should sell Tierney as well. Just let his loan be a sale.
You can't give him away? I didn't know you could give him away.
Because Arteta not taking him back.
But I'm saying I didn't know you could give him. Anybody want to buy Tierney? Did you see anybody lining up to buy Tierney?
He's playing good in Spain.
Did you see anybody lining up to buy Tierney?
I don't know that we have been looking. I don't know, but I don't know.
No, you don't, Manny's man. You don't have to look to Manny's man. You don't have to look to sell people. Now. People want you. People wanted Bailey. People wanted Diaby. People wanted Kudos. People wanted Timber. We hear the rumors. Where's the rumor for Tierney? None. I haven't heard any. And Spain don't have no money management apart from Real Madrid. Nobody at Spain don't have no money.
Okay. Shipping port. What about Liverpool? Because Liverpool, most of Liverpool goal contribution this season come from Salah. You know, he's going to African Cup of Nations. How are you going to manage?
When he's gone, I think Liverpool is busy looking at replacement. You know, they're looking somebody who can step in and play that role. You know.
There's no replacement for Salah. There's no replacement for Salah.
Are they looking for a CDF?
What they're looking for the CDF, you know, but what they're looking for the replacement, I think, is full term, you know, because I think we're thinking that we're making provision of losing Salah, so making a provision of replacing him. But I think we're still looking for that player now, because I read something this morning where they mentioned that they're looking the CDF, that club are looking the CDF, and also the replacement for Salah, but that replacement I think is full time, not just for the January window when he will be out. But I think we have, and I don't want to say we have the adequate replacement, because who is there we think we can hold out till he's back. I think we can hold out till he's back. But we don't want a chance to lead in the league now. I don't think we want a chance. So we want that player. But who will that player be? We know even the CDF from Brazil, the guy, Andre, you know, I watch him a couple of times when I think he's there.
Jason Guna is asking what is a CDF.
He meant CDM. Why did you get him on a hard time? He meant CDM.
Is he serious or joking?
No.
He didn't say JDF. He probably meant CDM or JDF.
CDM, Jason. CDM.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing with the people on YouTube, shipping port is not like radio, you know. All wrong spelling them try to correct, you know. They're the easy. They have to.
But here's the thing about wrong spelling, man, because I spell wrong all the time. You know why? Because I type on my iPhone, right? So if you're typing, somebody can even see the full thing you wrote out, and you want to press send, but you can't get to read it back because you're struggling to turn it horizontal or vertical, and you just press send and say, you know what? They know we can't spell, so if they don't like it, tough.
Well, go ahead, shipping port.
Yeah, man. But yeah, before my close, because when I make a run, I go up on the street.
Yeah, man.
But the guy Andre, the guy that we're looking at from Brazil, Andre, I've seen him a couple of times, but I don't know. I don't think this guy impressed me. I've seen him for Brazil. I've seen him in the club championship. I watched a game down there for him in the Brazilian league. One game though in the Brazilian league. I saw him in the club championship. I saw him for Brazil a couple of times. I don't think he's a player we're looking for. I don't. But I love him. Well, I love to put my shoes in my mouth if we eventually buy him.
Foot in your
I've
mouth,
seen
man.
of him so far.
Your foot in your mouth, man. What kind of shoes in your mouth, man? Is your foot in your mouth, man?
Which one is better, the shoes or the foot? Which is better, the shoes or the foot? I hope. By the way, before you go, I hope you don't enjoy today. That's all I'll say about that.
Well, after 5 o'clock, we'll see. We'll see 5 o'clock. Okay. But the Solanke thing, though. Remember, Solanke was at Chelsea, and Chelsea flew him. We got him, and never impressed. The only good games I think this guy had before this season was the Under-20 World Cup that he won. Well, apart from that, I don't think Arsenal, Solanke, no.
So let me say this. I don't want Solanke, but let me say this. We have to be very careful about forwards, you know, and their maturity. If you think of Holly Watkins and Tony, they played in League One, then played in Championship, then get the Premier League. So some people mature later than others. So we can't just judge a forward when they're young and trying to find their game. We sometimes got to give them time to mature, and he may be maturing. So hope it's a good thing.
All right. We'll see next season. We'll look for it next season.
All right, bless up.
Big up, hey, shipping port, big up.
Yeah, man.
Answer the call.
Mannings, man. Big up yourself, Mannings, my general.
Every time. When we talk about the all-school game, you know. But
yeah, man, we're ready when you're ready, man.
All right, no problem. Bless up. Yeah, man.
All right. Yeah, man, no flow. Big up yourself, Krank. Big up yourself.
Bless up.
Yeah, man. All right. Man says, what? Hey, Central Direct Fireball.
Well, we don't have any firepower in the management. That does not apply to us. We don't have any firepower. Jesus not scoring, and Ketia is an average forward. Martinelli forgot that he's a winger, and Saka has great stats but hasn't played well. So, not a good place.
Yeah,
and all those people are talking about rice, and rice is the best thing in sliced bread. They're seeing the limitation to Rice game. Doesn't have an offensive game. Brilliant defender, brilliant coverage, brilliant ball winner. Doesn't have Partey skill, which is leave defenders behind you and move the ball between the lines. He doesn't have those skills, and it's very apparent. So other people who knock Partey are realizing what Partey brings to the team, which cannot be quantified. So anyway, it's going to be a long season for us, man. I'm not optimistic.
Yeah. All right, we're going to come back after the Liverpool game to Kranky to do the wrap-up on the because these are the final games over the weekend.
Yeah, let's hope I can stay awake, man, because I got up early this morning. Last night. This morning's marathon.
Yeah,
this morning's marathon.
Hey, listen, you're very good. I'm telling you, man, I came on and I fell asleep right in the studio in the chair. I had to get up and say, hold on. I didn't even know what time I just left. I just came back out and said I can't go in because I'm going to probably fall asleep on the stream. And it wasn't like it was dull and boring, and I was so tired.
Well, my nephew was here playing video game. I don't know how they do it in the management. Because this morning I woke up, his Alexa is going off crazy, and he didn't turn a wink. So, but no, I normally get up early, so it's a good thing. But it was good. The fans were engaged. I'm sorry, the commenters were engaged. And it was a good session.
You were able to receive phone calls?
So my nephew, I like young kids, us oldies don't have those contacts. He contacted someone in Jamaica. He got a number. I had another phone, which I'm saving for one of my niece when she gets here. We disconnected my two phones, which are connected. We create a WhatsApp number, and then have people call to the WhatsApp number. So it was a Jamaica number. But some people were calling the number directly. And the person in Jamaica, look, they have it on their phone, they're getting upset. And I keep telling them to call the WhatsApp number. But it worked. Even Ryan called him, actually. He had a very good conversation, Ryan. He was giving me suggestions when I have my channel about what I need to do or don't do and what works well. So it was good.
Okay. Now, Ryan was on the show as well. Yeah, that's yeah.
But yeah, we can come back later and have the wrap up.
I am glad that somebody's saying this. Remember when Andre Fortune, that is one of the other panelists, said to me that Odegaard is a phenom. And I said to him, he's not Odegaard, he's Pinegaard. All he does, until I begin to see Odegaard playing big games against the big teams and walk away with man of the match performance. Odegaard, no, we're close to Ozil. When I look at some of the things that Ozil did, if Ozil had a good Arsenal team when he was playing his best, I'm telling you, and Ozil, Odegaard nowhere near Ozil with skills.
So you know what I call Ozil, right? You know what I called him?
No.
Lazy. He's the laziest player in the history of football. He's brilliant with the ball at his feet, but when he doesn't have the ball, you're playing with 10 men. Lazy to a fault. Brilliant passer, brilliant creator, lazy man. And you can't play lazy in the EPL. Now, Odegaard has ability, but you're right, he spins too much and he dominates the ball in the management, but he's not being effective with the ball when he dominates it. And if you're going to always want the ball, you got to create something, right? And he and Saka on the right side with Ben White just dominates the football and we're not getting output. So that's a problem. But at least we are further ahead than Man U, because Man U future looks bleak, Manningsman. Look bleak. Wait, Manningsman, they paid, 70 million for Casemiro? I'm paying him 400K a week, which that translates to 160 million, 150, 150 million for Casemiro in total package. 150 million for a 30-plus-year-old Manningsman who can't stay, who's always injured. It's amazing. I'm getting red cards. It's amazing, Manningsman. That's poor business. Forget about Anthony, who spins like a gig. It's not a gig, but at least Odegaard has some output with his gig. I mean, they're in dire strait. I have no idea where Man U go from here. We just need a center forward, Manningsman, and Partey to come back, and Tammy to stay fit, and we'll be okay. I hope Partey doesn't go to the African Cup of Nations, because he's going to come back injured. And then we won't have him for the rest of the year. So, yeah.
They paid 80 million for Anthony. For real, yeah. I've all forgot that.
80 plus million for Anthony, 70 for Casemiro. And both of them produced nothing.
Onana got 40 million?
Yeah, 40 plus. But Onana, to me, he's going to come good. I think Onana's brilliant with his feet, by the way. He's probably the second best with his feet in the Premier League, close to Edison. And he just needs to get comfortable. You know, when the Jaya, whatever his name is, De Gea was at Man U first started out when he was young. He wasn't keeping that well. He got better over time. So I think Onana will come good. But I think Casemiro was a bad buy. Said at the time. I think Anthony looked good on YouTube, but he's a YouTube baller. I think, what's his name? Mount hasn't done anything. Yeah, Mount wasn't good in last year at Chelsea.
Even Mason Mount, like, he has just faded away.
He wasn't playing well at Chelsea in his last year, and he got upset because they weren't giving him his $300,000 a week, and now he doesn't look good. So,
whoa,
yeah. Varane is expensive. Well, Varane is expensive, not from a acquisition standpoint, but mainly from a salary standpoint.
Because he's the highest paid defender in the league.
Yeah. Mr. Don, we don't talk dollars, Mr. Don, Dr. Don. We don't talk dollars, we talk pounds. So it may have been about 50 million pounds if it's $60. But it's interesting. It's interesting management. It's interesting.
Maybe Liverpool should buy Bailey.
For Salah, I would want that pressure on Bailey. You should never do that management. It's like following Ferguson. Don't follow Salah if you're a player. Stay away from Liverpool with that, because you're going to be compared to Salah all the time. And it's hard to be compared to Salah. Now, if you're confident in yourself to do that, but that's hard to do because Salah is a different player. And by the way, management, someone was saying the other day that when Salah was at Chelsea, he was ripping up at Chelsea and Mourinho still wouldn't give him any game. That's why he got frustrated and left.
He was what?
Ripping it up at Chelsea in practice.
Who said that? In practice?
Yes, one of the players who played for Chelsea said that.
Oh.
So he was ripping up in practice, scoring goals, driven by people, and Mourinho still wasn't playing. So he got frustrated and left. I don't know about De Bruyne. I think Mourinho said De Bruyne was impatient. But think about De Bruyne and Salah, who probably two best players in the Premier League, couldn't get into the Chelsea team. Maybe because of the coach than their ability, because they were younger players then.
But didn't that same Chelsea team win the Premier League without them?
That's what I'm saying. But doesn't mean that you can get into the team. It just means he has his people who played well for him, so he played them instead. Right?
Okay. Yeah, but listen, man, like I said, interesting to see what will happen in this January window. I just don't think there'll be a lot of moves happening just generally across the league. If I were Arsenal, I would see if I can get Calvin Phillips, if Partey is going to go, just to sit in that midfield with Declan Rice.
No. Calvin Phillips is a good player, but he's injury prone too. Let's not get another injury prone player management. Let's somebody going to stay on the part, because availability is as much as talent in the Premier League. If you're not available, you're useless. We can't use Calvin Phillips, who's always injured when he was at Leeds and can't get into the City team. Why would we want to take City's what left? We already took two. We don't want any more.
Yeah,
what we need is a number 8. We need a number 8 man, a dynamic number 8. That's what we need. And a center forward.
Yeah, all right.
And a right back and a left back. We need a lot of players.
Okay, so
and a center half too. We need a lot of players.
Jesus. I'm going to send you the interview that Gareth Southgate did recently, talking about England in Euro 2024, and the need to add 2 players to his he said he has 2 more players that he would like to keep for England. All right, and I know persons have taken that and have been saying in Jamaica that he's going to be blocking players from representing Jamaica and all of that. He said nothing, right? So I'm going to send it because later I want to discuss it, because the truth is Gareth Southgate cannot stop a player from playing for Jamaica. If the player wants
Yes, he can.
If the player wants to play for Jamaica, how?
So, no. There's a difference between I may be open to the idea to play for Jamaica, right? But if England call me, I'm going to England first.
That's different. So you want to play for England?
Yes. A lot of players want to play for England.
Right. So if a player wants, here's my thing. If a player wants to play for Jamaica, then Gareth Southgate can't stop him.
No, management. You're saying here's where people I'm struggling with this. If I am born in England, my first view is going to be to play for England. That's where I'm born, that's where I grew up, right? That's where I want to play for.
One more debate this. Let's about the debate. Kranky change up all the debating after getting back. Kranky gave me a mood, and here's the mood that Kranky gave me, right? Kranky says that the EPL is a tougher league than La Liga.
Top to bottom.
People, that was never we said that. The La Liga is a better quality. Toughness and quality is two different things. But we're not going to get to that. Let's speak to
No, actually, they're equivalent. What do I mean? Toughness doesn't mean physical, no management. It's the difficulty of competition. It is that the teams are from top to bottom, it's much more competitive than La Liga top to bottom. It could easily translate to quality.
Okay, somebody's asking me to drop the link for the Garrett. It's a YouTube thing. Can I put that in there? I don't want to get in any problems because it's a YouTube interview that he did.
Garrett Southgate, I don't know why my thing is echoing. Garrett Southgate realized there's a war on talent. I need to cap as many players who show the ability to play for England as possible. And I'm sure he's going to be doing more of that. And most countries will do that. If I was them, I would do that.
The point I'm making though, Kranky, if I want to play for Jamaica, Garrett Southgate cannot stop me. What Garrett Southgate can do is give me an opportunity to play for England. And then I make a choice. I could choose to play for England.
Yes, no, I understand management. But if I'm born in a country, I want to play for that country.
That's fine, but he's not stopping me from when you say
No, he's not stopping you from playing. He may stop Jamaica from being able to get you to play for them. Right? He's not stopping you from playing, but he may stop Jamaica from being able to get you to play for them.
All right.
Different way of thinking about it, isn't it?
You're right. You saw the interview, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
All right, so I'm going to send it to you because the two players he's talking about is
Morgan Gibbs White?
No, it's none of the players that are on like the radar right now.
Because players who have Jamaican heritage?
No, they don't. That's what, like I'm saying that. So for somebody, what somebody did is look at this interview and created this video, but it has nothing to do with like players who can represent Jamaica. And I think like sometimes it is not good for the airwave that we put out those things. Like there is Garrett Southgate is going about trying to stop people from representing because he can't really do that because some of these players, if it is about calling them for England, he's not going to call them.
So I think Garrett.
So for example, you think Garrett Southgate is going to call Kyle Walker-Peters to play for them?
No, he's not. No. But you're talking about players, management, who have passed their window. To me, they're past their window.
But all right, what
we're talking about is the Ramses, the Gibbs Whites of the world. Those are the players we're talking about.
But he's not stopping them, though, Kranky. He's giving them an option. He's saying that, okay, because he's talking about Euro. He's talking about his squad for the Euro 2024. You believe, out of all the players that are connected to Jamaica, how many of these players you believe, if he says only 2 more players he wants to add to his present squad, look at all the players that are out there. Just look at some of the names that we have been connected to.
But management is not only Jamaica. The management is not only Jamaica. There's Scotland also. It's not just Jamaica.
All right, so let's talk about the Jamaican connection. He says he's going to add 2 more players, 2 to his present squad for Euro 24. So let's call some names: Mason Greenwood, Reece Nelson, Emile Smith-Rowe. Morgan Gibbs White.
I'm not sure if Issa still qualified, by the way.
Yes,
I thought he got capped.
He does. Okay. Yeah. Lloyd Kelly, who still can. Dwight McNeil. We could go on. The Ramsey. We could go on. Johnson at West. All of these players. Tyreek Mitchell. That's like 10 players.
Yeah, the kid from Leicester, the left back or right back.
James Justin. Like all of these players. So the thing, the point I'm making is to try to put out something like he's going to go around and just say, don't go and play for Jamaica. Don't go and play for Jamaica.
No, I would agree with that. Like, but I'm saying the cream of the crop management, like the Greenwood type ability, even though Greenwood won't play because of the situation. Those are players we want and that he may want to cap, right?
Yeah.
Like if you look at, for example, with Gordon from Newcastle that Scotland may want, for example, those are players he may want to cap. And he may just cap them to make sure, because he knows in the future they may be England regulars, but you cap them now to make sure they can't play for another country.
Yeah.
But I would agree with you in terms of you can't cap everybody.
There you go.
You can't cap everybody.
So I think what is important in the process is not what England does, is what Jamaica does in terms of the Jamaica Football Federation. That's what.
No, it's two things. It's two things. It's what the player does and what Jamaica does. I agree with you. The player, though, is most important. Because if Ramsey came and said, "I want to play for Jamaica," we would say, "You know what, Ramsey, welcome."
Yeah, but I believe as well, if these players see a strategic, structured plan, a pathway with an end in mind, the idea of representing Jamaica becomes more appealing.
So when next man, let's not let the people in the comment section get frustrated and give up. You say the JFF and structured plan, man. That's an oxymoron. We shouldn't say that. And then I just know about this great manifesto that we see come out there. Man is not a good thing. Let's say the players in England help to recruit these players and tell them, when you come, don't think you're in England. Things will be different. Just close your eyes, go play some football, and go back to your yard. That's where I see it. Don't expect to have a very structured, well-conducive environment where you're used to all these amenities and these luxuries of life. You go into a developing country, just come play some football. You're going to get to play against some of the best players in the world, and that's what you should focus on. Focus on the football, not the other things. That's what I would say about that.
Yeah. All right. So let's see, because it's soon game time. Go and watch some EPL, and then we'll come back later. Right. If Kranky is out, I'm
gonna have to go get some lunch, and let's see if I can stay awake.
Yeah,
because I don't feel sleepy in the mornings, man. I think. And by the way, everyone, before we go, I enjoyed the conversation last night, this morning, whatever time it was good. It was good, and the phone calls, by the way. Yeah. All right, everyone. Later.
Yeah, man. All right.
Yeah,
man says super chat for take down just message.
But I never see Gunners Boss super chat to the man's man. Real baller, call him out.
Yeah, but I don't know. Gunners Boss. Look at you see a real baller does? Bam. Gunners Boss. That if we talk about Gunners Boss. Let me put up again. Danger, Gunners Boss.
By the way, man's man, real baller asked me if I played someplace. So, man, see, we have evidence that may somehow made up on the football field at one point in my career. Can real baller ask me that question if I play someplace and recognize me? But I'll leave it at that. Man.
You play someplace. Everybody play football somewhere now.
Even man. We're not talking about backyard. We're talking about backyard.
Of course, you did tell us that you went to the park and you couldn't get no game for weeks. So you had to put on your farm jersey from KC to find out.
Man, that was when I first got to the country. But that was true. And thanks to Herbert Dago, God, who's no longer with us, because he gave make sure I get a run. So that's a good thing.
So people, if you want to play at the park in New York, bring your KC farm jersey. You don't have to bring a money.
Man, we no longer have that situation. We don't have that situation.
Hey, Triple E.
Later.
Yeah, man. All right, Kranky.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
All right, cool. All right, Triple E, thank you as well. For the Zell. Big up. I know not everyone wants to publicize what they do on the platform. So thank you, Triple E. Appreciate the support and the words of encouragement. Really, really appreciate that. So, yeah, man, bless up. And thanks to all the persons, listen, who just gave something saying that, man, it is Christmas, do something. Really appreciate that, right? Super sticker, super chat. No matter how small it is, it helps. It makes a difference. And we're grateful for that. We're able to feed some people from some of this. You understand me? And that's what we want to do. From whatever we earn doing this, we want to use it to make social impact. We can't change the entire world. We can't change a parish. But if we can change one life, it means something to us. We have some big projects coming up in this year where social intervention is concerned. And we are looking forward. We are looking forward to doing, to doing that. So I know most of you will continue to join. Thanks to all our members, because when you're a member, it means that every month, even if you don't give a super sticker or a super chat, you cover that, you do something. So we are very, very grateful for that All right. All right. So bless up yourself and thank you one and all. Big up to all the other vloggers out there. All the best to you on your platforms, from Unseen Sports TV, Elite Sports, iMaxit, Reggae Boys Commentary, Eddie Vision, Sports Down the Middle, Coach's Desk, Formula Sports, Military, Guna, JT, Talawa TV, and KS Sports TV, and all the others that are coming up, this and that sport, all of you, listen, all the best for 2024. Continue to put in the work, commit to the process, commit to the cause, and do the right thing. All right? And you'll have success over time. Thank you again. Kranky TV coming up as well. Look out for that in a couple of months. And what we're going to do, right, we're going to split this in two because we want to keep the Andre Blake interview separate. So probably later in the day, you'll have that hour and 10 minutes of Andre Blake, and then you'll have the next hour and 11 minutes of this part of the show called the discussion after the Blake interview. All right. And when we're having part two, we'll give you enough notice for you to watch it and see it. We have several other interviews coming up of some international players, not just from Jamaica, throughout this week. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we will see you again. All right. I am Manningsman. This has been I Am Sure Sports. Again, thank you all. Before you go, as usual, please make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe, you share, and Peso, listen. All right, big up yourself. You have to cool out this year, now, sir. You're a man with a blue rinse. You have to cool out this year now. Yeah, money. All right. All right, big up for that. Yeah, man. So I need to talk to him, Peso. So make sure you cool out this year and don't allow the people to agitate you. All right. As you get older, you're supposed to get wiser. So don't be agitated, right, by the people this year to the point where you get frustrated and go down one of the crazy parts from man, from last year. What's up with your man, Andre? And we talk still, man. He was in Jamaica on vacation. He's back, but in fact, we're going to interview his sons probably tomorrow, sometime this week. But he's good, man. He's doing good. He doesn't like to come out and show his face when his Arsenal team is losing. Nitro. Bless up yourself, to Nitro. El Padrino, been a minute, Good to see you. Bless up everyone. Yeah. So I am Manningsman again. This has been I am Sure Sports, and as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, when we're closing, we say we are over and out until later, where things will be greater.
Boom, check it out. I don't know it's Jason. I'm here represent for I Am Sure Sports. For the latest news and updates, check out I Am Sure Sports. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe and share. Jason representing I Am Sure. I Am Sure Sports.